Hello everybody, it's Rob back again with another video. How are ya? And we are just going to watch the launch event from Harley Davidson. The sound will be rubbish, apologies for that, but I am using my GoPro as a webcam and I haven't figured out how to do it all, and it even might go off because, I don't know, it's not charged. Anyway, a few more seconds till this starts, so let's have a look at my top. Nobody knows. Yeah, well, it's true, so why not put it on a t-shirt, yeah. Excuse the mess, we're moving, so I've got all the boxes everywhere, but, you know, even got some food to go with it.
We'll stop at nothing in pursuit of it. Memories that last a lifetime.
Should I put it in big? I don't know.
Moments that take our breath away. There's no limit to how far we'll go.
You're gonna lose me then.
Or
Yeah.
where our adventures will take us. For it's in the pursuit that we find freedom.
Put me down there.
And through the journey, we come alive.
Thanks for reminding me, YouTube.
Or where we've been. We are united in our pursuit. United, we ride.
Here we go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Harley Davidson Museum in Milwaukee, and welcome to the first model launch of 2022. As you all know, at Harley Davidson we stand for the timeless pursuit of adventure and freedom for the soul. And today our mission has never felt more relevant. Last year, my team and I took advantage of every chance we could to get out and ride. Around the world we found people from all walks of life united by an enthusiasm for adventure and the unique sense of freedom that comes with riding on and off the open road. In these unprecedented times, we were inspired by you, our passionate community. It is your passion that fuels Harley Davidson and pushes us to continue leading our industry through innovation and evolution, while staying true to who we are and what we believe in. Before we look at what 2022 has in store, I'd like to take a brief look back to some of last year's highlights. 2021 was truly a landmark year for innovation at the motor company. In launching the all-new Revolution Max powertrain, we introduced an entirely new model
1250
family.
Rev Max engine for the Pan America and the Sportster S.
A new take on the Sportster with the introduction of the Sportster S.
Fit?
The Pan America quickly became the #1 selling adventure touring bike in North America and has immediately established itself as a top contender in this category all around the world. The instant excitement and positivity we saw from the media and riders alike is a true testament to Harley Davidson's commitment to innovation and excellence. The stories coming back from our Pan America customers seeking out adventure amongst the roads less traveled are truly remarkable. From our home in Milwaukee all the way to the Himalayas and beyond. We are proud of the awards that the Pan America has won in 2021, including both Motorcycle of the Year and Best Adventure Motorcycle from Motorcycle.com and Best Adventure Bike from Cycle World, to name but a few. But it doesn't stop there. The Pan America is ready to continue its winning streak into 2022 with a new selection of colorways, accessories and updates for the category-defining award-winning Pan America. And we can't wait to see where you'll all go this year. With the introduction of the Sportster S, we put the sport back into Sportster with this entirely new model that sets the stage for the future of the Sportster family.
The best adventure bike won by Harley Davidson. With the Pan America. That is crazy. I'm pausing because I'm not sure whether you can hear this or not. Because I've just paused it on here. We'll see when I edit the video. Anyway.
This motorcycle celebrates the timeless design Harley Davidson fans have known and loved throughout our history. At Sturgis, we also introduced the Arctic Blast Street Glide Special. Limited to just 500
Colour changes.
units, this is a stunning example of the kind of craftsmanship and attention to detail one can only expect from Harley Davidson, by both paying respect to our heritage while also looking to the future. 2021 was certainly an exciting year of innovation for our motorcycle products, but we are also proud to have launched HD1 Marketplace on HarleyDavidson.com, the online home to shop for pre-owned Harley Davidsons. Since launching HD1 Marketplace has been an instant success.
How did I not know about
The
that?
largest inventory of certified pre-owned and used Harley Davidson motorcycles in the United States. And lastly, one of my personal highlights of the year was watching Kyle Wyman win the King of the Baggers series, another example of Harley Davidson leading the industry and dominating in Grand American Touring and leading the way with performance baggers. Touring is at the very core of our business and of our heritage. We do it better than anyone else. Today we're excited to showcase that innovation and excellence that makes Harley Davidson the best and most desirable motorcycle brand in the world. So now, let's focus on what we have to look forward to in the year ahead. The momentum continues, and today we're excited to share the latest in our cruiser and touring segments along with the 22 CVO lineup and some exciting additions to our apparel and accessory offerings. Let's begin with a celebration of the King of the Baggers Championship winning season.
King of the Baggers.
The fact that we're doing this as a factory effort, we're bringing it in-house at Harley Davidson to develop the race bike is really exciting because it gives you a lot of different opportunities. It allows you to really tie back the experience to what the production bikes can have.
We got into lightweighting, we got into raise and suspension and lean angle. We started uncovering everything that we could do to truly make a performance bagger race bike.
To change it into not a Harley.
a lot of hours, blood, sweat, and tears.
Road Glide, Street Glide ST.
The launch of the Street Glide and Road Glide ST models is that first step for us into that performance leading Grand American Touring product line. Designed for weight, designed for power, designed for performance. Let's get rid of the two-up seat. Let's make it fast and more nimble, have better lean angle.
There's a big appetite for people who just want to take their bike, make it cool, make it different, and then just go rip on it.
Getting rid of the two-up seat
Out on the street with
on a touring bike.
They're making them a performance machine. They're raising them up. They're giving them more power.
It's this cool new sort of, evolution that creates a new form factor for the bagger, which is really exciting.
We're bringing the 117 powertrain with a heavy breather, and how it's tuned with the exhaust makes it just an exceptional performance bagger.
117,
For the
yeah.
first time,
I
you
can see
have
that.
that CVO level powertrain available in a non-CVO product. It's Milwaukee 8 117, so it's everything at the Milwaukee 8 is.
So it's got to be different from the
plus
114, yeah.
biggest
So it needs to be
factory.
117
If you take a
minimum,
look
really.
at the font that's used with the drop H on the tank on our ST models, that is a direct lineage back to our race bikes of the late 19-teens and 20s. That logo also you might recognize from our 77 Lowrider. It's another one of those cases where you have something that's new and fresh, but yet familiar and almost subliminal.
Attitude is an important part of the ST models as well, and that's why you see the more subdued colorways. Lowrider S was a key piece of that DNA, and that's why you see bronze wheels and bronze accents on the powertrain.
Performance baggers really need to be able to do it all, from the racetrack to the sweeping canyons and everywhere in between. The ST models are truly a blank canvas for performance parts and amplifying the ride. What we're offering is a performance bagger trim kit. I also think of it kind of as an a la carte listing of products that really take a performance bagger to the next level. So you think, all right, it comes with a 117 from the factory. I want more, add a 131 stage 4 kit. Then tagging on a high flow exhaust system that were designed in parallel with one another, and then saying, all right, that's a ton of power to the ground, right? How do you harness it? That's where the Olin suspension comes in.
The Olin shocks that we run, that is the product that we took basically directly out of the catalog, essentially, before it was released, and put it on a race bike. So a big upgrade for the performance of the bike, and also they just look cool.
Prior to this, if you wanted to make a performance touring motorcycle, you had to buy one of our standard bikes and do quite a bit of change to get it to sort of be a good baseline to start making a performance bagger out.
So they're saying with the 117, this is now a performance bagger, and then they've just said what else they can do to it. Putting the 131 crate engine in, which is what people do anyway. I'm not sure about that. So this is the 2022 CVO.
Anything look good on paper, and you can pretty much sketch anything you want. But can you produce it in 3D? That's a
So
different story.
these are going to be the most expensive because they're the CVO models. Let's see how different they are to the models they literally just said with a 117. So is it going to be bigger than a 117? Or just different colour schemes? Let's have a look.
Custom Vehicle Operations is what CVO stands for. Started in '99. The idea was to provide the highest level of factory customization to our customers that could possibly be achieved. That's been sort of the mantra of CVO all of these years, and it continues to be.
Paint and graphics and the tech and the audio and the features. CVO accentuates all of those things. The magic there is putting all of that together in one big package.
For CVO, we always try to up the game a little bit to give that customer something special.
Really wide variety of paint and graphics options for CVO for 22. I think everybody can find something that's going to speak to them. They're all very unique and different from one another.
Our first kind of primary goal with model year 22 CVO was to interject some more color, as well as custom paint techniques.
So from all the models I've seen so far, they're with the
We really
117.
tried to make an impact with some bright, bold colors and contrast. So those schemes are two-tone and they reflect some of those really bold, saturated colors with pearl effects.
CVO is where we get the greatest opportunity to play and experiment. So we often work
117.
closely with Gunslinger.
Gunslinger is a company that's been in our CVO arsenal and family for a long time now, and they're inspiring us to push the limits. We try to do the same thing with them.
Gunslinger can go in there with a person with a brush by hand and really pinstripe in some sharp curves.
That hand-applied technique allows for very intricate 2 tones, 3 tones, airbrush drop shadows, and really translates into a truly custom look.
We took the time to consider every part down to the little tiny details and really make something that has a custom feel for the rider.
These powertrains and accent colors actually match the paint job more than we've ever done before.
Scorch Chrome in particular is such a great looking finish with that deep black, shiny look that just really works well with the blue steel paint.
Flames have been kind of coming back. We haven't done them in a while.
We wanted to do a ghost flame with our Fade technology, which is exclusive to Harley Davidson. We do it in-house. It's a testament to the skills of our manufacturing facilities.
It's a paint mask technique that allows the fade to go through the flame.
So custom vehicle operations, it seems that you're going to pay a fortune for a paint job. And yeah, they look nice, but who's that aimed at? Like the higher end? I don't know, obviously the higher end people who can afford, they want a Harley, but they've got the big bucks. Instead of having a performance bagger like the ST model, they can spend even more and have it as a CVO with the same engine, but with
System onto the Limited and the Tri-Glide this year.
The
With a
Harley
custom
Davidson
paint job.
audio kind of ecosystem now, it steps light years above kind of where we were in the past. The partnership with Rockford Fosgate has truly allowed us to amplify it up 8 notches.
Every part of the motorcycle is thought about, and we try to have a little surprise or a little bit of detail that speaks to the rider and speaks to where the CVO is positioned in our portfolio, which is at the top. It has to be the best of everything.
Lowrider S with the 117. Okay, so this is one of the bikes that most people knew about, I think. They've put a 117 in the Lowrider S, and they've taken off the dials that were on the petrol tank. Now, when I worked at Harley Davidson for those few weeks, they let us take bikes home, so I had to go on the Lowrider S, and even I felt cramped, and I'm only a shorty. I felt quite cramped. It had mid controls, but one thing I was more surprised about was the fact that the dial on the tank for the speedo and everything was so, like, you literally had to look down like that. And I know most Harleys have got that a little bit, apart from some of the, like, so the Lowrider and the Lowrider ST. Let's see what they say. I'll continue that in a minute.
Excited about these two models, Lowrider S and now our new Lowrider family member, the Lowrider ST. We saw the reasons why Lowrider S was so popular. It gave you all of the great character and experience and emotional connection to our big twin powertrain, but in a package that was a little bit lighter, a little bit more nimble.
We had a couple years of production under our belt, so it was easy to see the tweaks that could be made to make that bike, which is already an incredible machine, and just take it to the next level.
First look from far away, you know it's a Lowrider S. Just the stance, just the presence of it. We retain the black and bronze. That's sort of like a trademark. And the gray is really hot in like a custom cars, hot rod scene right now. It's just the perfect secondary color.
117, yeah.
The bike performs exactly how it looks.
Looks very similar to the last year's Lowrider S, but with the clock changed, so the dial's now up higher on the handlebars, which is what I was coming to. I was surprised how they ever even, some of the bikes is even like legal to ride, considering you have to take your eyes off the road so much. I was very surprised when I had to go on the Lowrider S. It was okay, you know, it's nice, 114 engine, and now they've upped it to the 117 with the upgraded clock, it looks like.
We've also taken the instrumentation and moved it from the console and the fuel tank and put it up into the rider's eyesight.
Yeah.
And that's something that we heard directly from riders, that they wish they could have a little less movement in the neck and eyes to actually read the gauges of the motorcycle. If you think about the quintessential piece of DNA for modern Harley Davidson, it's Lowrider S. So what's going to be the natural progression?
So they've done the ST, it looks like a touring pack.
The Lowrider ST, we are super excited about what this is going to bring. This gets to that customer that may not need the full Grand American Touring, but is really looking for that performance package and some of the protection that the fairing brings.
There was a fundamental shift that we saw happening a few years back. What folks were doing is they were leaning into performance and really...
So it looks like with this model, so this is the Lowrider ST. They've basically got the 117 engine and they've got built-in bags, luggage at the back with a bigger fairing on the front, like a smaller kind of road glide. Yeah, they stopped making the Sport Glide, which was almost, that was getting more and more popular. It had the removable bags on the back with the removable fairing on the front, which made it almost like a Softail Slim. And they stopped making that. I think one reason was because it had the 107 engine. And they've upped it now for the Lowrider S. They've incorporated the cases and the fairing and called it the Lowrider ST with the 117.
More modern?
This is a purpose-built fairing. The styling team really took their time to massage it to get it to the spot where you see it today. You've got side ducts straddling the headlight, which is a direct throwback to the 80s FXRT. And through CFD simulation, the aerodynamic package that you've got on this vehicle is really dynamite.
Yeah, it looks quite interesting.
Lowrider S is a little more relaxed cruiser. This one, I wanted riders to be in charge of the bike, sitting on top of the bike rather than sitting in the bike.
This is a true lightweight bagger. It's got the performance.
A lightweight
punch,
bagger, yeah, basically.
125 foot-pounds of torque, and also comfortable on the long haul. The bike comes standard with cruise control.
That's good, like the Sport Glide.
The tall suspension in the rear, and that was a 56mm shock. We did shift the saddlebags vertically 2 inches on a motorcycle compared to the Sport Glide, and you can remove the saddlebag in seconds.
Yeah, remove
For Lowrider ST,
quick
we
release.
have a suite of parts and accessories products. And this audio system for Lowrider ST, it integrates seamlessly, and it's going to be loud. Customers are going to want to hear this thing with a full face.
So it's got audio speakers as well.
So we have something that's waterproof. It's going to withstand the elements. It's truly the perfect package for audio and performance customers.
I still remember the excitement. First time we saw the bike, which was the mirror image of my sketch.
When we stepped back and looked at the finished product.
This is quite clever, I think, actually, just from like my first impressions. By the way, I haven't looked into any of these before I'm watching this now, so my reaction is pretty much live. What is it? The Lowrider ST looks like it comes with the audio speakers, the cases, quick release cases, and the fairing, like a miniature bagger. But it looks like it's got plenty of power, quite nimble. I think that's quite a good idea, actually. And now we're going on to Ryder Apparel straight away. What?
Any riding gear. I purchased
So one thing to I should say as well, I just touched on the Sport Glide, which is no longer available. They stopped making that. They stopped making the Softail Slim, which I'm pretty sad about. I've got a Slim myself. And it's because of, I think, the 107 engine. But I think that bike would have been awesome with the 114. But they're not going to do it, so that's it. The Breakout, they stopped making the Breakout, which it was a shocker when I heard that. That had the 114 engine in it from last year. And it's basically got that iconic long forks. It's not very nice to ride, to be honest. But again, another one I borrowed from the dealership. Had a quick go on that. The looks of the bike are awesome. The fat rear tyre. So that's got a big fan base. And they've stopped making it this year. Wow. That's one thing I did know, by the way. So they're talking about
in a very abstract way, and then pull those parts and
jackets
see
and
how
stuff
they
now.
can come together to create something beautiful and seamless for that customer. My hope is that when they try on that jacket, they feel they were part of the process in that design, that that jacket was made for them.
Whenever I try on a jacket, because I'm short, I got short arms as well. So I'm basically like a really tall midget. Oh God. And so whenever I put a jacket on, it covers my hands. So I'm like, I've got short arms and short legs.
Baggers, which will be incredible for
Tall
the
midget.
lightweight.
Oh.
We're going to be watching them on the high banks down in Daytona and throughout the rest of the season, and cheer that team on, cheer the riders on.
But check if it's still recording, by the way.
Down Main Street in Daytona, and Sturgis
Yeah, I think so.
are doing the loop at Bacrusset around the lake. There's so many opportunities to throw up your leg over your Harley Davidson and enjoy the ride. Right around the corner is a major celebration of 120 years of this fantastic brand. The heritage goes all the way back to 1903.
They must have a couple more models to come, because they haven't mentioned the Pan America or the Sportster S. The Iron 8 83 and the 48. They're two Sportster models, I believe, that are going out this year that are new models. I don't believe they're going to be making any more of the Sportsters, the old type Sportsters, so the 48 and the 883 after this year. Possibly, could be wrong. Obviously, the new one, Sportster S with the 1250 engine. I thought there was going to be news of another Sportster. So let's see what they're going to say
Has a
now.
rich and storied history tied to racing and performance. From board track to flat track.
Okay, I think they're building
to
up to
drag
something.
Racing and now bagger racing. We've been there and we've stood at the top of the podium.
XR
The bikes
750.
we shared with you today are directly connected to that lineage, and there's much more to come. In the coming months, we'll share the next chapter of the Sportster story, and there are a few more surprises in store for 2022. It's going to be an exciting year full of incredible adventures. We hope you'll join us at one of the many events we'll be participating in throughout the coming year. And don't forget to mark your calendars for the 120th anniversary homecoming celebration in Milwaukee coming in 2023. This one's going to be special, and you won't want to miss it. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
This is just the beginning of 22. Our product range for this upcoming year is going to continue to reveal itself. In all of our segments, performance has become very relevant. Certainly, Sportster S and America totally embody that with the RevMax architecture. In the cruiser segment, it's the Lowrider S, Lowrider ST. In touring, it's the Street Glide and Road Glide STs. And then we've got some other things up our sleeve and future product we're really excited about that's going to take this idea even further.
So basically, they've redone the baggers, the Street Glide, Road Glide, the CVOs of them models. They've got the Lowrider S and the Lowrider ST. I believe the 48, the 1248, the Sportster. Is going to continue with the 883, like I just said. So there'd be different colours on them models, I believe. The Sportster S, I want to have a go on one of them because that looks ridiculous. I still haven't had a go on one. Sportster S. Pan America, there's different colours for the Pan America, I believe, which they haven't said. But exactly the same bike as before. Although there are a few tweaks, I believe. A few tweaks that people brought up. So, nothing really overly shocking. The main model that people spoke about before this video was the kind of Lowrider S and what they'd be doing to the Lowrider S to make it the ST, which I didn't know that was what it's going to be called. So that is it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you subscribe for more Harley Davidson stuff, and I'm hoping to get out and ride and do a bit more this year if and when I get time. So I haven't got time for anything. I need to get more subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. Let's get subscribed on, come on. And that is it from me. Hope you like the video, hope you like my reactions. See you on the next one.